I predicted that Jey Uso was going to turn heel last week. As in, I see the heel turn coming. I'm seeing the changes in his character. And honestly, like, I'm down with it if it has to do something with the bloodline angle. If The Rock's, the one on the phone pulling the strings, getting into his head, I get that. That's cool. But if it's to join Seth Rollins, man, it just makes no sense. The math doesn't add up. And, he's got problems with the wise man. He's got problems with Seth Rollins. I don't think he would turn on his family for them. I feel like he'd turn on his family to be at the top of the family, just like Roman was. Because if you look at the segment between Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, when Cody Rhodes is trying to talk to him, Jay's staring at Cody's title. He made glances at it a couple of times, and that's what he wants. He wants a championship more than anything else. And whether it be the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship, I don't feel like he wants to join anyone. I feel like he wants to prove himself as a professional wrestler, as somebody who could be a top guy, somebody that people can look at and not say, oh, he's just a catchphrase. Because it still haunts him. I mean, everybody's pointing to the WWE Unreal documentary in which Triple H kind of portrays the fact that he's losing faith in Jey and, they really needed him to step up and all this other stuff. And it's like, that's not the way I read it. I feel like he was kind of losing it. I think the pressure was getting to Jey, and then once they told him that, like, hey, you gotta start hitting it up, you gotta start performing, and then he did, and that's why they pulled the trigger on him at WrestleMania. That's why he had a good reign, and then they took it away from him because of Goldberg and Gunther and all that other BS that went nowhere. So I feel like Jey could be a good heel. I just, I'd like to see a story where it makes sense. It makes no sense for him to join Seth Rollins. I mean, if you're going for a shock factor, like, oh my God, he did the unthinkable. Yeah, but like, what's after that? It's kind of like Stone Cold Steve Austin's WrestleMania 17 heel turn where, yeah, he joined Vince and everybody was like, what the F? And then what do you remember after that? Not much. So we don't want to be in a situation like that with one of the biggest stars today. So if Jay's going to turn heel, it's got to be for a good reason.